Which microphones work with which video games? After looking online for the answer to this, I found answers ranging from any USB microphone will work with any game to only the original microphone will work with the game. Finding a lack of concrete information, I decided to acquire a lot of microphones and test them all out. The results were complicated. I'm going to divide this video into two parts. First, I'm going to give an overview of which mics I tried, and then I'm going to go through each game and show which mics worked with which games. Also, I've put all this information in a spreadsheet and put a link to the sheet in the description. I also make an adapter that works with every game and microphone I tested. A link to that is in the description as well. After testing all the mics, I was able to categorize them into 4 categories: the Logitech microphone, the video game microphone, the SingStar microphone, and the non-video game microphone. First off, the Logitech microphones. These are microphones that originally came with games like Rock Band and Guitar Hero in the late 2000s and early 2010s. These were manufactured by Logitech. They all look very similar, usually just having different logos on them. I also tried some modern microphones that claimed to be compatible with every console, and these microphones also showed up as Logitech microphones. These microphones I tested were the McBasil wired and wireless microphones and the Let's Sing 2026 microphone. Next are the video game mics. These are microphones that were made for video games, but not made by Logitech. These include the Wii U microphone, Mad Catz microphones, including the Rock Band 4 microphone, and the Power Gig microphone. Next are the SingStar microphones. These were made for the PlayStation game SingStar. They came in sets of 2 that included a red microphone and a blue microphone. They also came with a USB device that you plug the mics into, and the device plugged into the PlayStation. Finally, non-video game microphones include higher-end mics I had that were not advertised to work with video games at all. The 2 mics I tested for this were the Audio-Technica AT2020 and the Samson Q2U. Now, on to the games. I'm going to divide this section by console, as I found games on the same console mostly had the same compatibility. First, the most compatible console was the Switch and Switch 2. I tried the mics in the Switch 2 menu and in Let's Sing for Switch. In both cases, every mic I tried worked. Very cool. Next, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 worked with all my mics except for the SingStar mics. SingStar mics do work in some games, but should be noted on the game's box or store page if the game supports SingStar mics. Rock Band 4, for example, does not support SingStar mics. Xbox 360, Xbox One, and Xbox Series all appear to have the same compatibility. Mics are handled on a system level, so if a microphone works with one game, it should work with every game. Logitech microphones and video game microphones worked fine on Xbox. SingStar mics and non-video game mics did not work. Wii games only worked with Logitech microphones, with the exception of the voice. This game also supported the Wii U mic. I suspect a few late Wii games had Wii U mic support, but in general, I would assume the game you'll be playing only supports Logitech mics. PS2 games only worked with Logitech mics, with the exception of Rock Band, which also supported SingStar mics. PS3 was a bit tricky. In the accessories section of the PS3 options menu, you can view connected mics, and all my mics work there. In games that use the PS3's microphone detection, all mics worked. These games included Rock Band, Guitar Hero Live, Karaoke Revolution, Disney Sing It, and The Voice. However, 3 games I tried did not support the PS3's microphone detection, and they all had different compatibility. The first game was Guitar Hero World Tour, and every other Vocals Guitar Hero game besides Guitar Hero Live. The Logitech mic, SingStar mic, and Samson Q2U worked in these games. However, no other mic I tried worked. Next was Power Gig. Logitech mics, Power Gig mics, the Xbox 360 MIC, and the SingStar mic all worked, but no other ones did. Last was BandFuse, which only worked with Logitech mics and BandFuse accessories. I would say, unless you're playing one of the specific games I mentioned here, you should expect PS3 games to support every mic. It seems the limited compatibility was the exception, and the norm was using the PS3's built-in microphone compatibility. Just some notes here to wrap up. In SingStar games, the red and blue SingStar mics can be used at the same time. However, unless a game specifically supports SingStar mics, most other games only use the blue mic. The Xbox 360 MIC microphone has built-in buttons, and on Xbox 360 you can use these buttons to navigate menus. While the microphone itself does work on other consoles, the buttons do not. That's all for now. Hopefully this information helps.